Hi, my name is Shannon Smith, and I'm here on behalf of John Paul Mitchell Systems and Armstrong Recall. Did you know that 93% of people say that their hair is either dry, brittle, or damaged? Well, John Paul Mitchell System has a luxury line called the Wild Ginger, the Awapuhi Wild Ginger. It's actually in their black bottles. They have a keratin triplex system that actually increases shine up to 35%, and then it also reduces breakage by 80%, and then also prevents color from fading up to 67%. So what we've done is with that, they've put that in their Awapuhi Wild Ginger line, and you can do in-salon services and also take home for your clients. So could you imagine being able to give your client a keratin treatment in the salon and letting that to improve their hair, and then also send them home with products that they can keep that up? So for myself, when I give them the take home, it's increased my take home sales up to like 27% actually. So what we're going to do today, I'm actually going to talk about some of the Awapuhi Wild Ginger line, and then I'm going to also show a couple different styles. So my guest here today, my model, Melissa, she is, what we're doing on her is going to start with the Julia set, but before that we actually took her to the wash house. When we washed her, we did the Awapuhi Wild Ginger moisturizing lather shampoo. What this is actually a sulfate-free, color-safe shampoo. It's got a rich lather, but it also helps rebuild and strengthen the hair. So we did the shampoo on her, the moisturizing lather shampoo, and we actually for her went a step further, and we did the keratin triplex treatment, and we did the two-step repair. So what we start with in the two-step repair is actually the single shot vial. This little vial, you pop the top off, and after we've shampooed and rinsed her out, you just shake this and put it all over her hair. You let that set for 5 minutes, kind of working it throughout the hair. Do not rinse that out, and then go to the keratin treatment reconstruct, or the keratin intensive treatment. So what we do after keeping the first shot vial on our hair treatment, you go and put this on and you let it set for 10 minutes under heat. So after that, we rinsed her out, and we are ready to prep her for the Julia style, this Julia set, iron set. So with that, before we do blow dry, I went ahead and wanted to do the Hydro Mist blowout spray. So this is a very flexible, workable spray that you just spray all over. It gives her a little bit of the hold to hold the set before we put the ironwork in. So we used, like I said, the Hydro Mist blowout spray on her, and we just sprayed it all over, kind of got into her roots, and then combed it through. So then we started working with blow drying her out, and we started doing the roller set, which is the Julia set. So I'm actually going to spin her around and kind of show you. We do the curls, and how you want to set them up is you want to roll them all down in a bricklay pattern, so they're kind of just going, you know, once it's split, you put the one above it to where the split is in her hair. But on the two sides, you actually want to roll these two front ones forward, like towards the face. You can see we've done that over here, so I've kind of prepped it. And then on the top, you're going to curl it all back. So I'm actually using the 1-inch Pro Tools iron curl. This is great because it has the 9-foot cord. It goes up to the 400 degrees, and it also has the lock button to secure the temperature. So when you're messing with it, it doesn't, like when you're turning it and stuff, it doesn't change the temperature of it. So before we actually do the iron set, I do use some of the Wild Ginger Awapuhi Wild Ginger finishing spray, just to kind of get that hold to stay a little bit more for when we brush it out to do the waves. So as you can see, we're going to kind of go give her a strong base on the curls themselves. And we wrap it tight and give that tension. And what we do is you can kind of see, like I said, all of it in the back is a brick lay, and then all this top section is just rolled completely back. And after we get all these curls in there, we are going to brush it out smooth, and I'm going to show you how we comb out the waves. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the brushes. While I'm going to show you, I'm going to brush her out with the 427 paddle brush. You can see that when I brush it out, I'm going to brush it with the vertical so it's less tension. The ball tip nylon pins going vertically are actually in a row in a column, so it's less tension on the paddle brush itself. So if you go horizontal with it, it's really great to do like a blow dry, like blowing out straight curly hair, because then it gives a brick lay of those ball tip nylon pins, so it gives more tension, so you can pull that, pull the hair straight when you're blow drying with it. And then we'll start pulling out the bottom ones while we let these top ones cool. Still doing the light mist with the finishing lavender finishing spray. Sometimes what I like to do on these front ones is just hit a little bit of that front to get those little flyaways back. Okay, so this is the Julia set. And as we let those top ones cool, what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is pull out the bottom ones. And I'll show you how we're going to, like I said, brush it out with that 427 paddle brush. Now, as long as your curls that you put in there have a strong base, you won't have any worry about brushing them out. So you really want to get in there and brush them smooth. This top one's cool, just another minute. So like I said, we're using that paddle brush, that 427. You can see I'm just going to brush it out. You can also start kind of running with your fingers through it. And we're going to want those big waves. You can kind of already start to see them kind of want to form. We want to blend those waves more together, so it looks like one uniform wave going all the way across. It's kind of starting to go up. We're going to take these top ones down now. see sometimes what you might need to do if it starts to want to kind of split, you can take it and just go underneath and just back home like a little bit, and that'll just give a better base for it. And another thing you can do is take the back combing brush. This one's great because it's actually got 3 rows of bristles on there, and they're all different lengths as far as the height of them when you're holding it down. So with these 3 different lengths of bristles, it also has the parting comb on the end, so you can just basically pick up the pieces that you need and get under there just the amount that you're wanting. I'm going to go back to the Awapuhi Wild Ginger finishing spray and kind of place those pieces where I want them to sit. And her curl is just to be amazing. Got good hair. You can kind of see basically it's all formed together into the different waves going all the way down to the ends of her hair. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the ruffle. So in the, on the set, I forgot to tell you guys, when you do the set, this top section, you actually want to go to from like recession back to the crown of the head. So we're going to take that same parting. The recession area can be depending upon the thickness of your client's hair. So she's got pretty good thickness, so I don't have to get too wide. If she had finer hair, I could go a little thicker with it, just to kind of get that fullness in there. So I'm going to take this up for the ruffle, and I'm actually going to flip it out of the way for just a minute. And we're going to do a very low ponytail on her, and we're actually going to do it with 2 hair ties and 2 bobby pins. And so what you're going to want to do is take these into the figure 8 and pull it tight. So you've got the figure 8 with the hair ties, and you're going to put 2 bobby pins on either side of it. And then I'm going to show you how to apply these to give a nice secure ponytail. So you can see it's got ponytails and then the bobby pins on the end. So what we're going to do is you're going to have your client look as far down as possible, and we're going to brush it out. Our little hairs. So when you're doing this ponytail, you want to keep one hand secure on the very absolute bottom. You're not going to move this hand. You're going to use your other hand to be wrapping the ponytail. So you're actually going to stick the bobby pin in. I'm going to show you how we wrap around. So it's got the bumpy side of the bobby pin. You actually want that one towards the scalp themselves. So take it and slide it in there towards the scalp. And you're not going to move it. You're going to kind of hold it with the one finger underneath here. And you're going to take that hair tie and just start wrapping it around, pulling tension along the way. So that's going to give you a nice secure, I hold it with my thumb to go back around. And keep pulling it tight until you get it all the way tight so you can put the bobby pin back in. And that'll give you a secure ponytail. So it's not going